So we got to talk about this whole thing with Luis Suarez, right? Because he did something pretty bad. He spit on somebody. And and whether or not it was, the guy deserved it or not, I don't think it really matters. Like it's never okay to do that. So he's going to get suspended. And you're asking how long, right? How long could he get? Let's take a look. But first, if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe here so you don't miss any videos. Okay, so let's talk about this because, we have to. I mean, it was a pretty big deal. I think everybody kind of saw what happened. I don't think there's any debate about that. And, people are saying that this is going to carry over into MLS. Well, maybe it will, maybe it won't. But either way, he's going to get suspended from Leagues Cup. We know that. How long can that suspension be? Well, let's take a look at some previous incidents. When Clint Dempsey ripped up a referee's notebook during the 2015 US Open Cup, he was suspended for 6 games in that tournament. Keep in mind, it's a different competition, different rules. But then he also got a 3-game suspension in MLS. Mike Petke, former Real Salt Lake coach, he got a 3-game suspension in the 2016 Leagues Cup for basically, going after the referee, confronting the referee, I guess you could say. And he also got a 3-match suspension in MLS. Then last year, Hector Herrera, he spat in the direction of a referee and he was sent off in the 2024 Audi MLS Cup playoffs. Now, keep in mind, this was in the playoffs, so it was a little bit different. But he didn't get any additional suspension from that, from that incident. Now, Suarez has a longer history of this sort of thing. Obviously, the biting incident, the racial abuse incident, so his punishment could be more severe. I would imagine that the Leagues Cup people are going to probably give him like a 4 or 5-game suspension. And then maybe MLS will add on another 2 or 3. That's my guess. That's what I think could happen. But we shall see. I think that this will be something that, carries over into the next year, honestly. I think that if he gets, a 6-game suspension or something like that, that's going to carry over into next year. And I think that even if he starts in 2025, he's probably going to get a 2 or 3-game suspension to start that off. I think that that would be likely. But we shall see what happens. What do you guys think he's going to get? Let me know in the comments below.